ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Hello, 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 and welcome back to another live stream. Happy Friday. Welcome in. Hope you guys are doing well. It's Friday. Man, it's already been a week. Kind of crazy. Hello, good guts. Welcome in. How's it going? Happy Friday. It is way too damn hot in my room. Like right now is the temperature where, like, above where I normally would end streaming at. Once the sun has already been in here for quite a while and heated up the place. This is where it's starting. Dear God. Problem is I can't, like, opening the window or opening the balcony doors. Yesterday I opened them. There's no wind at night for some reason. Like, if it was at least windy, right, then at least the cold air would come in. But no, there's no wind. So there's barely anything goes in to cool down the room. It sucks. That's my one critique. My one big criticism of this place. Love the place, love the location, love everything about it. Except the damn sun. It's probably, see, like, it probably would be better if I was facing the opposite direction, but I wouldn't have as nice of a view. It's one of those, would you rather have a nice view for half of the year and be miserable in heat for half the year, or would you rather, you know, not have a nice view at any part of the year? So it's like, pick your poison. But today, we're doing some PCG game mechanics. I got myself some ore models, and I want to set up a little mechanic of just like very simple one where I can go up to some ore, interact with them, and they will just they'll go between like the large, medium, and then kind of the tiny one that's gone. And then have them be able to regenerate afterwards. Whether it's in the same spot or in a different one. You missed the first bit? Don't worry, you're on YouTube. You can rewind. YouTube got rewind. If you miss anything, you can always do it. One of the benefits of YouTube over Twitch, aside from the the better quality and stuff. But yeah, so we're gonna be starting with that. See how that goes. See how quickly we can knock that up. And assuming that all goes well, we'll just go and come in. You can't rewind. You have FOMO. You could rewind and then just play back at like 2x speed. And then you miss nothing. And you catch up. Also, that's some serious FOMO issues if you can't rewind something. My goodness, sir. You should not play gachas. Because I know you do. If that is your level of FOMO, where you like panic as soon as like you miss something, don't play gachas. It is not healthy. I mean, they're not healthy in general, but especially if you have crazy FOMO problems. So yeah. Let's see. Okay. So I'm gonna start with oh, the Deaf Vampire. Welcome in. I don't know about that. You can invest in memes, just memes. Mine has the coins. You want to drop them, but you have issues? I mean, yeah, that was, you watch me, so yeah, I mean, that was that was expected. Sure. Oh. That's what I meant to do. May contain code. We'll rename the project for you, but you might need to do extra work. Did it do it? Oh, there we go. Had to click it again. Yeah, the last / only gacha I played was Genshin Impact, and I quit a little bit before the 1 year anniversary. Yep. So that was the last and only one I played. Can I just... Let's resave. There we go. Okay, so this is where we had last time. Okay, where it just regenerates when we walk up to it, but we want to change some stuff. No longer it's going to be a platform. It's going to be ores, and we need to set up like interactions and all that stuff. Like Genshin and Wuwa. What is Wuwa? You're so sad with both of them. Why are you playing them? Why are you playing games that make you sad? Wuthering Waves. Ah, okay. If you feel sad for playing a game, you shouldn't play the game, because that doesn't sound like a healthy thing. Yeah. I'm making a new folder. I'll split it on PCG. It's fine. Actually, yeah, I'll make a new folder here called testing. So let me bring in ores. Import all. Failed to create asset. Why? What? Why are you failing to create assets? Shell blender open. Blue L, import. You're fine. Blue M, import. You're fine. Failed to create asset. Can't detect import type? No messages found or animation track. Hey, Rasili, welcome in. So, what's up? Because you let things pile up, it gives you anxiety. So, don't let it pile up, or don't do things that would have things pile up. You're so unlucky, you might lose the gacha and keep pushing farming to try to get what I want. I mean, yeah, that's the problem with gacha in general. That's not a... It's a predatory practice. Yeah. That's how they get you. Okay, so now it works. Okay. You have to, like, thankfully I kept this open, but... I exported them. Why do I have to re-import them? Making stuff, yeah. So right now, the plan for today is to set up basically a PCG game mechanic where I want to have it where ores are generated. You walk up to them, you interact, they get smaller. You can. I'll just have like a print string just show like the number going up. And then after a certain amount of time, or when I press a button, it will regenerate them. And as the ores get smaller, I wanted to also regenerate the forest, so that way like all the little trees kind of come in. And I want to yeah, basically I want to have a and maybe move the ore locations randomly in an area. So some ideas, basically. We'll see how it all works out. I exported these before. Somehow they did not get... Oh, is it I didn't click on them here. I clicked on them here. No, I had... Did I not click on them? Blender! Oh yeah, I did this, I think. And this one I didn't click on it. And so because I didn't click on it, nothing got exported. Any Blender. I guess this, yeah. Thankfully, I still have this open. So I can just re-export this. Okay. Base white. I'm going to delete all of these. Should not ask me to replace it. It knows it's referenced. Where's the... Okay, let's just... I was hoping just to do like a force replace, but I guess it didn't want to do like... Give me the option to just replace it. So fine. Manual it is. Let's call this base white, base blue, technically they should all have underscore. They're not even instances of each other. It doesn't matter for this. I'm not here to show people how to make proper ones. I'm here just to use it. Okay. So we have the ores. So now we just need a he's a blueprint class. Ore. So what we're gonna do is have a static mesh. And we'll set up or what? Or what? Did I miss something? Did I say something that was an or what? I don't pay attention to what I say. Okay, we need 3. If I want these to be randomized, I'd want to... I can make a struct that has... three things. Let's do that. Not strict. Struct. Ores. These are all going to be static meshes. This is the large, the medium, and the small. And down here, I can go ahead and do S ors. And well, this needs to be an array. There we go. Choose the name, recompile to see it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now I can put in large, medium, and small. Add another one. Large, medium, and small. Large, medium, and small. Okay, let me see actually how big is this. It's okay. I'd want it probably bigger, so I'll just scale this to 2x. So on construction, we do on a begin play, but I mean it doesn't matter. It runs the. I never remember. Does it run the construction script first, or does it run a begin play first? Oh, I'm stupid. I put in the darn. I put in the. Wait, it said hello. It didn't say the. It just says hello. It's not even running the concession script. Interesting. Okay. Were the options begin play before or after what? Oh, I was trying to see if it's before or after concession script. But the concession script didn't even fire, so. I'll put it all in an event and begin play. So what I want to do is just take the static mesh, set static mesh, and we're gonna do a random array item. I'll promote to a variable. Selected or. And then from here, I can break it, pipe in the large. And then we also need to keep track of which one it is, so I'll need an index or a counter. Or a face counter of just an integer. Okay, so this should now, if I just put this somewhere. There we go. They now have random things. Excellent. Okay. So I'm going to, I want to spawn them dynamically in the actual world. Actually, don't want you anymore. With the PCG, or with a PCG graph. Now I'm going to want to, I actually hold on. I'm curious about something. If I was to modify my PCG graph, I get actor data from class on this as well. Do or merge points. So it should cut it out. Okay, and it does. So I want to see one little quick thing, which is if let's just create a little I don't need to create a time. Let's do a timer. Just to make it easier on myself. After 2 seconds, destroy itself. Aha! It filled in automatically. Okay. It filled in automatically. Also, that seemed like way too small. Still. 3. Interesting. Okay. So this is good. That means you don't have to do anything manually because it's already part of this graph to cut it out. It detects that it has gone away and it will regenerate by itself. Okay. So that means what we can do is add ourselves another PCG graph. This is ores. And I'm going to just take this for testing here. Okay. Or spline. Let's not get confused between these. So in this one, we need to put you in here. So this now will control that. And here, if I go into our PCG real quick, I'm just going to grab some stuff, like grabbing you, and all of you. Okay, for the time being, let's just remove this. Okay, so if I take this ore spline, I had to press the arrow, but I didn't. Good, and now it's not showing anything. Why? Oh, it's because there we go. So we're gonna want significantly less. We also don't want to transform these in scale. Why? Yep. And we want to change this to be like 0.95, or maybe like 0.9. Just something like this. It was an accident. I thought you're like, well, you said like after I said why for a moment. So I thought like you're like, oh, I'm just gonna mock this guy. I'm gonna change up this guy to be like 150. Okay. So with this, we can do a spawn actor. And we're spawning the BP ore. No merging. Or merge PCG only. I guess it doesn't matter either way. Attach options in folder. Yep. So if we now come here, right? These are all generated. So now let's have some fun. So I want to now spawn the forest. And all of these ore should have nothing around them, right? Because they're already, they're, ooh, no. Because they get spawned in afterwards? Or is this too big? Who are you? Side of it, you're fine. You're not. Let's go with after this graph finishes spawning, I want to spawn regenerate the forest. Post generate function aims. Okay. So, post generate function, post generate. It needs, I forget which one it needs.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Maybe the data asset. Also, ads time. 30 minutes already. My goodness. So today's drink of choice is some good old-fashioned shoe polish. You know, I heated it up to make it a little more liquidy. Kind of, it's a little too viscous originally, so I heated it up. I don't have any nice shoes really to use it on, so might as well put it to good use somehow. I used to have nice shoes decades ago. These days I have like sneakers, and that's it. Although right now is the most shoes I've ever owned at 3. Shoe polish, like leather shoes, yeah. Exactly. I don't own leather shoes anymore. I haven't for decades. So why do I don't need them. So I might as well put a good use, you know, have a nice drink. You never had one? There you go. No need for it. I'm gonna check. I might need to rewind. Where's my own video? Here's my own video. Getting your blueprints. This is PCG. It's PCG data. PCG data collection. I remember the data part. I just didn't remember the correct one. Okay. Clean up. Generate. There's something else I need to change. I need to change. It is on demand. Why you know trigger? Wait. There was something else, wasn't there? Also, they changed this. So I don't want to listen to myself. Why can't I just right click a mute? Whatever. Mute me. Yeah, this is all the same, so I can't even move right. Why are these where are the controls for this player? What? Oh, it needs to be colon editor. That's what it was. It needs to be damn colon editor. But it's still not. Why still not work? It had to be colon editor, and I've made a colon editor. I don't know if it's different now. Shouldn't be different. Yes, double me. What else am I forgetting? Column editor. Issue data collection. That should be everything. Unless they've changed it in 5.4, where it no longer works this way. Yeah, the name of this doesn't matter. Odd. I don't like the fact that it doesn't work. What if I change this? Event graph. Generate. Oh, okay. No, it worked. It just wasn't printing. Okay. It just wasn't printing here. Like when I was doing it in the editor. Because if I do testing, there's testing the top left. Okay, that explains the confusion. Okay, so when this finishes generating, I need a reference to the forest. So this is gonna be exposed. So this needs access to this. So when this finishes, get PCG. And then generate. And this can also go back to generate and demand picture. Is it a bounding box issue? Is that the problem? Might be a bounding box issue. So let me go here. Not here. Forest, I want to get this. Oh, I'm not selecting multiple. That was it. It's just me being stupid because I forgot to check select multiple. Look, I never claimed to be, you know, clever. Just don't. Okay, I don't need to do this then. That explains it. But now, right, this should all have things cut out. Okay, so I now want to come in here and have it interact and make the ores smaller, right, as though I'm picking them up. So let's go to the ore. Create an interface. Interact, sure. Interact. Doesn't need an input. Let's go to the third person character. What's the best way of doing it? I do a trace. Just a simple trace. No. I'll just do on tab. Sphere trace. By channel. Act, actor, location. A radius, let's say 150. For duration. I probably should trace for objects. That should be fine, actually. I'm gonna do it for objects. Make array, and then on the ore, it's in world dynamic. You just want to make sure, and then from here, assuming it hits something, break. Interact. And now on the BP ore, we can implement it in. Okay. Doing it? Did I break it? So it does do it. It is green. What's up? What's the problem here? Oh, hold on. Oh, it's detecting the floor. The floor is dynamic because it's freaking. Static. There, now it's failing. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now it's working. Okay. So now when it interacts, we get our one phase counter or phase counter, increment it. And then we need to set the static mesh. And here we need to do a select based off of you. Large, medium, small. Selected ore. So now, if we come up to here, looks good. I think what we should do is if this is less or equal to 3. Then we're doing this. Otherwise, distractor. So basically, right, when we come up to it 3 times, after the 3rd time, it should disappear. Now, one other thing I want to do is, and now it's failing because it's not here. It's destroyed. And we can do that for the other ones. Now, what I want to do is have the forest regenerate. So it kind of fills in its place. So how would we get access to the forest? I mean, I could get actor of class, but I don't really want to. This has it. It spawns the things. Hey, Mikmatek, welcome in. Is there a node going to regenerate in the same spot? So right now, yes, but the plan is to have it either regenerate in the same spot or you have the ability to make it random. So it'll either regenerate in the same spot or if you want randomness. And then to have it regenerate either on a timer or when you force it. I'm basically setting up the foundation and then you can do whatever you want with it. That's really, I just want to show like that. And just so you know, this is going to be like a full YouTube video for Sunday, fully edited. So yeah, I'm doing the testing right now to make sure like, hey, what's the best way to kind of tackle this to make it, you know, simple for everyone. Right. And then you can like implement it into your own version. You want to learn PCG? Hey, check out my YouTube. Lots of PCG tutorials. At this point, I wouldn't say I specialize in it, but I love it. I do really like it. Is there any way on spawn to get access to... I mean, like, I could put it into the game mode where I only have to search for it once, and I don't want to mess with that right now. I wish the spawn actor had a way of me to tags to add on actors. I can spawn actor property override. No. You can hide the actor instead of deleting? Yeah, you could. Yeah, but at that point, then you're just setting it up, like, use it to spawn the blueprints, and the blueprints take care of it. You don't regenerate it ever. That is an option, absolutely. You just set up a timer in the or blueprint to just after a certain time regenerate it. If you want them to be like individually respawning, absolutely good. You have lots of options in that regard. I'm going with a more PCG heavy version, just to show more PCG functionality. Just thinking, how would I... I don't want the thing is, I don't want every single ore to do a get, right? Actor of cost. Regenerate over time? Yeah. It regenerated like on a timer, effectively. You can either generate it in increments, you could do like, they all pop back all at once, right? You have a lot of control at that point. It's just like the base foundation, so you can kind of understand where to start going from here. But everyone would want to have things like a slightly different and, you know, versions of that. I'm trying to see if it's possible to input a variable somehow override, because I mean, if I did, hold on, if I just did this test expose, I just did all of that here, I don't believe that becomes available in any way. No. Post spawn function names. Ooh. I can have them. I can force function names to run or functions to run, which is nice, but that's not gonna help me. Okay, I guess for now, I'm gonna test this. What I want to check is if it starts filling in. Did it not? Oh, I'm putting this in the wrong place. Here, please. Oh, no. On destroy. Oh, I guess it's on both. Yes, it is on both. So it's not regenerating? What's PCG? PCG is procedural content generation. So basically, this entire forest area and all these ores are being spawned with procedural points, just dynamically and automatically. I'm not manually spawning them. Why is it not? Generating. I mean, it's saying hello. So, like... But it's not actually regenerating. Because what I want is for the forest to come in and fill in the area when you kind of remove that ore. And clearly this is valid. Otherwise, this would have all complained. Oh, interesting. Or not. It's not doing it. Why? Hold on. Hold on. Why is it not? It's generate on demand. Is valid? Excuse me. Is it even finding it? True. So it's finding it, but why is it not running either of these? So it's not removing it, and it's not... That's odd. Aha. So now it worked. I just need to do remove components. So can I do this now? See, I'm curious if I think maybe it is working, but I'm just picking areas that happen to just have like gaps.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Okay. I wish I could see one of them fill in and then I'd feel better. But no, it doesn't look like it. Like, it's not a big deal, but I would like to. Okay, well, it's ads time. Pause. It might not be dense enough. I wonder if it's just not dense enough. To notice. I'll do some more tests. Not writing it off. Ads. Also, thank you so much for the 30 bits. I actually see it large now. They fixed it. I actually see it properly large in my dashboard. Because before I couldn't even see it being like a large emote. It was only in you see kind of big? I mean, it looks really big on my side. It's like good, 4 or 5 lines. I think. Okay, well played. Let's go to forest real quick. I sample this. Interesting. So this box has remained, which means it's not regenerating it. Okay. Let me go to my character. And I just want to do one of these. Why no regenerate? That is, I'm confused. It should be generated on demand. But... So that's why it's not right, disappearing is because the points aren't disappearing. It's not regenerating. Why? Okay, let's try this a little bit differently. Go to the forest. There's a little timer here. Not that timer. Timer by event. Loop every second. Regenerate. I might just set it back to on demand, but on demand, please. The cake is a lie. I mean, technically speaking, the cake was never a lie because you do get the cake at the end of the game. You can't reach out and get it, but I mean, you can get it. Okay, so this is now clear. If I went here, oh, I need to select the force here. This is done. Okay, so it fills it in. So this one works. But this one, I do have the reference to it. I mean, I was just forcing generation on it. Odd. Odd that this works. But, like, I can't even generate it here? I mean, I don't... What's basically happening is it will not forget about the point for some reason. Yeah, give it a little more time. 5 seconds. Right, so this point, it should have forgotten about. Because it has its own reference. I'm going to generate local. Is it gonna matter? No. What the hell? This is not where I expected there to be an issue. Why is the regen not working? I destroy the actor, don't I? When I do this, pretty sure I destroy the actor. So let me find one that's well, I have up to 16 ores here. Am I not destroying the actor? Wait, I'm not destroying the actor. Wait, what? Excuse me? There's the problem. I'm setting to destroy actor. Oh, there's the problem. It's not destroying it. Okay, what's going on? What stupid thing did I do? Also, we can stop sampling. Figured out what the problem is. Well, where the problem is. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I figured out it's not less or equal to, it's oh no, yeah, it goes to 3 when it's at 3. It starts at 0. Yeah, it's not less than or equal to 3, so equal to 2. Wait, we're still not at the 1 hour 30-minute mark. Is that where you're like, okay, that's when I should be all good? Look at that! God. One number. Hey, look, it filled in. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. That's all I want. God damn it. So now if we go and find an ore, right? And we like, right? It's cleared it up and I go pick it up. See how it generates and it fills in? Bam. And it's nice and it's cool. God. Single number problem. Single number. That's always. It's always the small things. Don't need any of this. It wasn't a problem with me needing to generate anything. Larry Bill Play, welcome in and thank you so much for the gift stuff. To Mick Matek. Does this work? Recalculates the entire forest or just fills in gaps? It recalculates the entire forest. It does. So, because it's PCG, it does recalculate the entire forest when it does this. It's very quick, as you can see, and very efficient in that regard. Bam, right, and it fills right in. So, phase 1 is done. Right? You're mining, and then we're good, right? It'll fill in. So now, what if we want to also remove this platform? You don't need it. Is your 1 hour 30 mark is when everything goes wrong? Wait, goes wrong? I mean, when everything gets fixed. don't know what you're talking about. Okay, but now we have the right. The ores are now disappearing. They're being filled in, which is what I wanted. So next up, all I want to do is so 13 minutes. Hey, don't say that. I don't want things go wrong in 13 minutes. 13 minutes, we're gonna be done. It's all gonna be great and wonderful. So this is all good. We didn't even need the get actor class. Nothing was needed. It was just me being stupid with a number. So now I don't need this. Now what we need to do is make it so after a certain amount of time, or when I press a button, new ores show up in a different location or in the same location. So what I'm gonna do is on the BP ore spline, I'm gonna set a timer by event. Regenerate. And let's say this to 30 seconds. Oh, let's do 20 seconds. Looping. Generate. So all this is going to do is after 20 seconds, all the ores will come back, even if I make them go away. Right, so they've gone away, both this one and the other one. Should have done a little print string to make sure. Why didn't I do a print string? Is it working? It's on demand. I'm gonna do it this way so I can actually just see the ores in the tab there. Has it not been? I feel like it's been longer than 20 seconds. Regenerated. But it hasn't. Okay. So when it regenerates, it still needs to also regenerate the other one, it seems. The forest. Oh, no. Ores haven't reappeared. Let's do 5 seconds. Make it really easy. We're coming up to the 13-minute mark that you said. I don't like it. Why not work? Isn't it the same thing you do after node is removed? Is there another function for just ores? Yeah, this is the ore spline one. This is the graph for just the ores. Maybe I need to do a cleanup. If I did a cleanup, after 5 seconds, all these should go away. And they did. And then what if I, after the cleanup, then did the generate? Aha! So because they're blueprints, I need to do cleanup and then generate. There we go. Okay. So when they're separate blueprint actors, you need to do a cleanup. The regular force generate does not work. Okay, good to know. Okay, and so I can do this like every 20 seconds. And what we can do now is if, for example, we don't want to have it in the same spot, because we procedurally placed them anyway. So what we can do is set seed. And then here, get a random integer in range. Hey, Agent 258. Welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're having a lovely day. There we go. And now we can come around, pick up our ore. It'll fill in the forest. It'll fill in the area as it does this. And once the 20 seconds are up, it has regenerated them in new locations. Ta-da! Yeah, there we go. Regenerated again. New locations. So you can have it be the same location or new locations. And bam! 13. There's no hour 30-minute mark where everything goes wrong. It was perfect by the hour and 30-minute mark. Right. I just wanted to still have 5 minutes. Yeah. Hello Slavico, welcome in. How's it going? So that seems to like work fine. Yeah, I like this. Obviously you'd want to implement, right, an actual pickup system and all that, but that's not the point of, it's not going to be the point of the tutorial. The point of the tutorial is to show how to use PCG to just do this. Because a lot of times, right, you have built with another gift sub. Thank you so much. Can you keep track of how many nodes there are to harvest and trigger a regen at X number? Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can, absolutely, you can do that. Like, basically, if I want to do that, what I would need to do is come here. I have the post generate. I need functions. Post generate. Let's do a little. Do I need that input? Let's just check. I think I do. So I think here, it does need to be data collection. So now, yeah, now it triggered post generate. Okay. So what I could do is, can I break? What information do I have here? Nothing interesting. What I would need to do basically is after it generates, because you can fire this function after it generates, you can get all actors of class, or all actors with a tag, right? Or however you want to set it up, because you can just add the tag to all the ores. And then, oh, actually, no. This would be on generation. You wouldn't want to do this on generation. You would want to do basically a check after every ore. Like once it's destroyed, you want to check how many ores you have. So really, you'd probably want to send the information once you generated the points. Send that information to like your game mode, and every time like you destroy an ore, update the value in the game mode, and when the game mode has enough, the value is low enough for the number of ores remaining, then run the generation. It'll take me a bit to set it up, but that's basically just how you do it. Yeah. So that way you don't have to keep track of it. And in PCG, you can do I don't. Is there a get? You can get a you can set an attribute. So theoretically, I can make an attribute float test. I believe I can get the number of points. Get points count. So I can get the points count. And then I can do this. There's a way of doing it. Get test. So I can set is it setting one to the other? I might need to do it the reverse way. Set it back to the source. Add attribute. And this attribute can be test. Actually, I could just do this. Theoretically. Up at her test. Can I then on PCG Ors. Oh, this is the forest one. I don't want to do this on the forest one. I guess I could do it on the forest one. Is it possible to use dynamic landscape along with data layers without world partition? Hello. Yes. Well, oh, Nanite Landscape? I'm not sure. That I have not played around with specifically Nanite Landscape too much.
Pausing for ads.
I did not use World Partition when I used Nanite Landscape, but I didn't use data layers for anything, so I'm not sure. Match late? Why? Late for what? Thank you so much for the 30 bits. Guto, thank you. It's such a sad, sweaty sun. Yeah, temperature's still rising today. Still rising. I don't like it. Look, you didn't like me calling you Guga. Now I'm saying Guto, which is the second word in your name. Look, I'm going to refer to you as A when you're speaking on Twitch from at this point. Do you normally work on tutorials, or are you also working on a game? I'm also working on a game. Today I'm working on, I was working on this just to see like how to set it up. But yeah, I have a game I'm working on as well, which is actually where we'll be probably going to in a moment. Yeah. Well, after the ads are done, we'll probably transition over to the game stuff. This game about it is basically a roguelike. Imagine Binding of Isaac, power-ups, Hades, Dead Cells, 8 directional 2.5D. Anyway, it is possible to get the points and do it that way. It will take me a while to set it up though, just for the demo. This is working. So let me show you guys. Let's transition over to the game because this is now working. All good. Bam. Yeah. Transition. Da-da-da-da-da. So, if I go to my little testing level, I have not prepared for like really early on versions or blockouts. But so here is the base of it. So if you ever play games like Binding of Isaac, like Hades, the new the first one, or the new one that's in early access now, right? You go through from room to room, and then you have a chance of getting a power up. This is my debug screen where I get like a bunch of power ups, and they kind of all work together. So if I wanted to make myself like have projectiles, give myself extra projectiles, right? And now when I attack, I just shoot projectiles, right? So attacks and abilities will be stacking together to have like the Binding of Isaac kind of experience where you can have powers and power-ups and everything should work together. But the main thing is, I wanted to change up the way the rooms are set up. So when you're in the rooms like this, the walls are kind of, these are the walls, and they move up and down. And there's just like a nice visual thing. But the main thing is you can see down below, right? And normally you'd have a door and you have to go through the door, and that's the room. Like, right, you go through this door, you go inside, the room would load, you kill all the enemies, and then, cool, then you can go somewhere else. Then you can go to the next room, right? But I wanted to make it so you can go wherever you want. The doors are right now down, so it is actually, it's unlocked. You can go wherever you want. You see that room down below? Let's go to the room down below. We're now in the room down below. Screw the entire layout. I don't care what it was anywhere else. We can just go here. We can just come up here and do this part of the room. And obviously there's no like decorations or anything here, right? And I can, assuming there's all the enemies, I can kill them. It resets. The rooms are now unlocked. I can pick up like items and stuff. And yeah, I can go here, or I can just, you know, just go across this way. And now I'm in this room. And now, you know, I can't get out until I clear this room. So you're still room by room, but where you have to go or where you're going is entirely up to you. Are those moving walls done through PCG? No, that's just blueprints. So you're not limited to go like where there's a mini map, as you can see in the top right. It's obviously everything is a work in progress. But you're not forced to go somewhere. You want to see, you see that down there? It looks cool. Okay, let's go there. Right? Okay, we need to clear this room because we need to get to it. Obviously there'd be more mobs here. Or are the mobs in this room? Oh, this is the very large room. Oh. Bam. Okay, so now let's go down. Let's go down this way. All right, you see that we're now just going down. And then you can get the power-ups here, and you have the option to like see your stats, how many items upgrades you have, what cards you've collected. When you clear a room, you have the item chance. So you get like a damage boost, crit damage. I can push characters away from the point of impact. So if I was to go into a different room, right, with another power-up, everything stacks. So now my projectiles push enemies away. Also pushes me away if I get too close. So it's great for range, not great for melee. There you go. And we continue on. And if I push them like into here, this is like the damage area, and it does more and more damage the longer you're in it, and you can push enemies into it, of course. I need to adjust the camera stuff. But yeah, that's kind of the idea behind it. You can go wherever you want. Now you have to be careful when you're jumping between levels, because if you do, you can't just jump out and fall to your death. That's the risk you have, ignoring the stairs and the actual layout and just, you know, going wherever you want. If I come here, you'll see the previous version. So this is like the layout of the previous, how it was before, where you could still go between everything, but there was the doors, and you can see this is a much smaller thing, and I decided to make things considerably bigger. Mobs aren't spawning anymore because I broke that system. But yeah, this was this is the more quote-unquote decorated version. And you can see this is much smaller. It didn't even have walls. But I realized, like, why do I have these doors anyway? Because I can just go between rooms when they're unlocked anyway. So that's why I've changed the scale entirely. Yeah, the scale in the new rooms is far better. Like, it feels grander, and I especially the main thing is in the new, so I'm using Dungeon Architect for my dungeon duration. So all the rooms are pre-made rooms. They're just assembled procedurally. But you can see when I'm like, you see how much depth you get? That's like, when I saw that the first time, even on the small room, I'm like, I want that. I want to see that depth. And so Yeah, in the new update for it, they're finally reintroducing the ability to have entrances and exits for rooms. So right now you're not. It's random how you generate and if it goes up or down. Once the new update hits, I'll be able to finally have it where you always generate at the top, and then you only go downwards towards the boss room. So once you go all the way to the bottom and beat the boss, right, you'll go into a new level, but you always start at the top, and I want to always start at the top, so when you look down, you get that view, because right now, right, you don't get that view here, but depending on where you are or how it generates right now, it'll depend on if you have the view. But I really like that view of being able to see down. And again, once you're in the room, then you have, like, it locks you in. And you can, like, jump on here. The way the lava area works is you'll take damage every second, and obviously you have to land in the area because you're not going to take damage in the air. So as long as it's been like a second, and you can actually just slightly reduce it, but you can see how much damage I've already taken. Because basically you take the first second 5 damage, then 10, then 15, then 20, right? It's linearly scaling up. So you want to get out. That also works for the enemies. If they get in there, they're going to take the same amount of damage. So, and they're not very smart about getting out at the current moment. You like seeing down too because it adds so much verticality. Yeah, and that's like when I saw the like when I started generating the rooms, even on the previous version, right? If I open up, because I can just generate it real quick. Like even on this smaller version, when you see like from perspective, like rooms down there, and you're like up here, you're like, I want to go there. You just feel like, yeah, the map has the door here, and you have to go down there, right? It's like, well, but I want to go here. Well, it's like, why don't you? Why can't you? Let's have you go down. Now you do the one thing you always have to sacrifice when you do that, right? Is at the current moment there are 3 rooms on every dungeon layout, and right now I'm generating a much bigger dungeon than the starting ones you would have, but there are 3 rooms that will drop a power-up, and everything else will drop either dungeon items or meta progression or things of that nature, randomly. So you can just go right from the start to the boss room, and cool. But then you might miss the power-ups, and you might be too weak because it's going to get more difficult on the future levels. So, you know, gotta plan and figure things out. Or if you want, you know, if you're really good, speedrun it and don't get any new power-ups and just dodge everything and be a badass, I guess. You know? Yeah, skip at your own discretion. Exactly. You can go wherever you want. You can skip. I'm going to implement different power-ups that will help with traversing the environment. So at the current moment, I don't have anything, but the plan is to have like a super jump to allow you to potentially jump to higher platforms. Like, for example, if this was a separate level, you might be able to jump like way higher. So you can jump right all the way up there, assuming this room wasn't linked, right? Which will help you get to the different areas. Obviously, this is the same room. That's why there's this platform here to go right between them. Obviously, you don't need the platform to go down, but why not? But yeah, if you want to, you can just come here, and as you can see, it's after you're in the... Oh, nope. Bad AoE. Yeah, right. It's like when you have this kind of verticality, like look at that. Like I love that. So then you can go wherever you want. Come here. I could have jumped through. It would have been completely fine. As long as I don't fall out, I can go wherever I want. So yeah, the next step is to start adding in some of those. I need to modify the location on that. I need to start modifying or adding the props and like just little things, holes, different just things to make it not completely empty, and make it more interesting shapes of like terrain and stuff. You can also add breakable floors. So I don't know about breakable floors. I might do that in certain areas. In terms of breakable walls or pillars, I guess it's sort of like Hades 2 has that right now, and Hades, the original one, has that where you can break walls. But I don't want to do breakable floors because you have a very real chance if you have this like a breakable floor here that you just now are outside the floor, the entire level, and you're dead. That game over. So I'm a little reluctant to have breakable floors unless it's one of those where you have specifically designed to be fine. Now you can like be in a room. If I come here and somehow, if you have like range attacks, kill an enemy while you're in the lava, and then you're fallen. You're fallen. You mean it's back when I would struggle just to showcase the game? Now it's too easy? The game has come actually a long way. You know, to be fair, it's been a while, right? We started doing the daily, like what, 5 days, basically 5 days a week, 2 to 3 hours a day, since March, right? So it's been 3-4 months. I mean, if you consider 2-3 hours a day, 5 days a week, it's not that many hours, but you know, it adds up. It does add up. And yesterday we set up that jump pad so you can go in between the two rooms. But yeah, I want to you know, have something fun. And as you saw, it's 8 directional sprites. So this is all sprite based, but it's 8 directional. Okay. So, and I have a full workflow basically going from 3D to 2D sprites, using Blender and Sprite to basically take the take fully 3D characters, convert them into 2D sprites, bring them in, and have them work with the lighting. Because you can see as I move around, the lighting is actually affecting me. You know, as it should, like based on my surroundings. You know, so screw that room. Go in this room. Okay. Let's do some decorating for some of the rooms. Let's start that process. So, if you want me to show you any part of like the stuff I've been working on, feel free to ask. Or if you have just questions in general, feel free to ask. Everything is made with blueprints, by the way. The game is at 100% blueprints. So let's start, I guess, with this room. I want to ask if I was using gas for your abilities. Nope. 100% blue. Yeah, so I tried to follow a 4-minute tutorial to set up Gas. I'm not a programmer. I'm an artist that became a technical artist. Gas is the gameplay ability system. It is C++ based. I watched a 4-minute tutorial, and you think I can follow a 4-minute tutorial? It's very simple to understand and everything. Failed to compile. I gave up on it. I'm sticking to blueprints. I'm not a programmer. So most of the way the abilities are set up is actually quite simple. If it's a one-time thing, sorry, I mean it's fine. Look, I am not gonna, try to force something on me when I know I can do it in blueprints without a single problem. So the way it works is I'm using just gameplay tags basically, and when I pick up an item, it gives me the gameplay tag. When I get the gameplay tag, one of two things happens. I go to other event graph. Which one's this? Oh, this interact. Interact. So it goes here. So when I get the this is just the character. There's a jump, there's the dash. I had a high jump at one point. Roll is no longer a thing. I'm testing stuff. This isn't that much. This is just the character. But basically, because it's not including all the functions. Because again, keep in mind, if the entire game is blueprints, right? You're gonna need to have a lot of code for things, basically. So when I get a ability, I add the gameplay tag, and then I activate things by tag. So some things are just, hey, I have the tag, that means on. Like if I add critical chance or critical damage, then cool. It's just a bool check. If I have it, +5. If I don't, whatever. But some certain things have like abilities that come with it, like orbiting orbs. So I have an actor component, and then and that's where I store my actual like per ability things. And on there, I can do whatever I want with spawning components. And for example, the orbiting orbs one is this one right here. This one right here. You can see I have 3 orbs just going around me. But of course, all of this needs to work with everything else. So for example, if I do greater projectiles, I now have more of them. And if I close up the walls, right? Oh, I need to set them up to... I need to modify collisions on them. That's right. To also stop these. They're supposed to not go into the walls. I only recently fixed up the walls, or changed up the walls. So that's not a thing. So, but yeah, everything needs to work together. And if I need to now also grab regular multi-projectiles, then I have even more. Right? Things need to all work together. So it's a very... I need to make it all modularly. If I wanted to, I can give myself like a toxic aura. And for example, if I do give it a toxic aura, then I have this, which I don't know why it looks so low res. I think it's like it's not loaded in fully. It's not normally that low res, or at least what happened to it? I think it hasn't realized it's loaded in. But yeah, right. And so like this thing, I use the actor component to basically spawn things in as I need them, which is why basically I created a projectile, right? And then I just have the actor component added to me, and I parent it to me. So yeah, this is like a decent amount of stuff, but I didn't add it to my character. I added it to this actor component, and so it is spawning these orbs and then attaching them to my character, so when I move, it moves. You're saying that it's such a great name because you came up with it. You like tiny blueprints so you don't know everything in the event graph? You'll subtract it out into components? Yeah, that's what I do too. This needs to be cleaned up. Don't look at this. This whole thing needs to be cleaned up. But this is how I'm using basically. If it's unique, it has its own function basically inside of the AC abilities. And if it's just like a small modification, then it basically I can just check. I can check if I have a certain tag. So for example, yeah, I can check here. I'm checking basically, I check my gameplay tags, and based on which one I have, I'm adding more damage. So, right, so I go through all my tags. Do I have damage boost? If yes, 10% more damage. Do I? Is it an elite? 50% more damage. Do I have the ability glass cannon? Double my 100% more damage, right? And I'm doing it sort of like Path of Exile, where I'm doing 2 sets. One is increased and one is more. So all the increased ones are going to stack together and all the more ones are going to stack together. And then, right, and then it's your base damage times the increase times the more. Or plus, yeah. So you can stack things. But yeah, there's lots still to do. The plan is to have at least 100 power-ups that all work together in both ranged and melee. Because, right, you have the melee attack, but I have a melee projectile attack, or I can convert my melee attack into a projectile attack. So now it's just a projectile. So, yep. That's how we're doing it. Hopefully that answers the question. I don't remember what the questions was originally anymore. But it does? Okay, good. So now I can go through and okay, this is a bug where I don't know if you guys have experienced this in 5.4 yet. I have this, it's clicked on. I'm pressing WASD or QW, right? You can see these changing. I don't see the icon. But if I go game mode, why don't I see my... Okay, there we go. I have to go out of game mode, or into game mode, out of game mode, and click again. I don't know why. But... yeah, so now... Oh, I also need to go to my materials. Do I have the purple one? No, let's do... No, I guess not purple. I guess pink. There we go. That's good. And I don't need wall masking. I need camera masking. There we go. So the plan for this, right, is if I need to put it somewhere here. Certain things might block your way. And we wanted to not block your way. It's not perfect, but it's a whole lot better than it actually, you know, fully blocking your way. Right. Also, clearly don't mind the light. It is literally a single point light.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Maybe I put it actually. No, I shouldn't put it down there. But yeah, when it comes to Unreal, there are a ton of viable solutions to everything. Lots of ways of doing things. Don't let anyone tell you that you have to do things a certain way and that's it. Even if it's like, yeah, that way is more efficient or like better, that doesn't mean you can't do it a different way. You just need to be aware of that. That's all. And make changes and adjust accordingly. Advertisement! Thank you so much for the 30 bits. I really appreciate it. See, now that I played Binding of Isaac, you now know who that is. That is Isaac. Good old Bible Thump. I don't know why it's called Bible Thump. Bible makes sense, because from the game. I don't know about the thump part. But then a lot of emotes I don't understand the naming of. Like Keck W. Keck is from WoW, where the other side would see Keck when you wrote LOL. I don't know where the W came from. You want XDD on chat so what is XDD? I don't know that one. I can add more emotes to BTTV or 7TV or whatnot. Google it. Should I? Oh, the rat thing? Okay, that one you guys need to explain to me. Why? Can someone explain this creepy rat emote to me? With teeth. I don't understand. I've seen this in a few streams. But I don't understand it. I don't understand the use case. I don't understand anything about it. Call me a boomer if you want to, but I genuinely have no idea where this came from, or what context I'm supposed to even use it in, because it doesn't make any sense to me. What the heck did you walk into? I mean, normal things. Absolutely normal things. Nothing to concern yourself about. Perfect use case? I don't understand the use case. I don't understand it at all. I'm going to turn off camera masking for now because it'll make it easier for me to actually place these guys. And yes, the AI will be able to jump on these. If you're curious, I have a system already created for the AI to just be able to jump on these guys. And they'll also be able to like jump diagonally and kind of avoid this area if they need to. I haven't like set up the navigation areas and whatnot with priorities, but I will. The XD emote is a variation of the popular XD emoticon. I'm sorry, what? No. No, that is not a variation of that emoticon. There's no way that is a variation of a very happy face to that. The image of the emote has no particular origin and features a ratty face with a devious laughing face. The emote has slowly gained popularity over the course of the year and is now widely known on Twitch as a troll. Yeah, as a troll emote that people spam. Okay, yeah. Okay. At least it confirms some things for me. Wait, did you add to yourself? Learn something new every day. Yeah. Look, that's one thing we do here. We learn. For example, the recent thing we learned about is, or at least that I taught people, is I work in the film industry. My previous job was working in virtual production, working on those LED walls with Unreal Engine. Despite me making a game and doing all this, I've never been in the game industry, unfortunately. Not through lack of trying. But in the film industry, one of the things that people say is GAC. And in the film industry, GAC is a film term used to describe nondescript dressing equipment or props. Okay, just gonna show this, right? Just here, right? Okay, yeah. Nondescript dressing equipment or props. But main thing here is a film term, okay? Know that this is a film term. Because if you just search define GAC, okay, in the dictionary, yeah, it's just cocaine. And it's cocaine underlined. GAC, which is a film term meaning just random props, is just cocaine. Which, in a sense, might be very fitting for the film industry. Yeah, it's underlined period. Oh no, we're back to the gag discussion. No, I'm just showing people that on this channel we learn lots of random things. That's all. That was the point of that. So yeah. This is where you left off. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'm going to change this. Let's move this here. I'm going to make this. Damage zone. Damage zone is the entire area, right? Yeah, Amazon's already the entire area. What I'm gonna play this Sunday? Game day is going to be Noita. The pixel game I showed you guys previously. Where every single pixel is its own material. That should be fun. Okay. There you go. A friend of a friend plays this 24/7. I mean, hey, if they enjoy it a lot, why not? Okay, well, this room is now considerably better. In terms of interest. Do I want to put something here? Maybe we do... Maybe do a little platform there? Yep. Make sure you have jump. I need to implement coyote time. That's what I need to do. I need to implement coyote time into this game. For those who don't know, coyote time is basically when you're like off the edge already, but you are still able to jump. So that way, if you like delay, like are a fraction of a second too late, then you're fine. I have the other one, which is basically if you press it too early, you still jump, right? So it feels very I forget what the word is. Not interactive. I forget the word. You know what I'm trying to say. Responsive. Yes, thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, so it feels responsive. But I need to implement coyote time too. Okay, but this room is now a whole lot more interesting. Let's move along. Copy you. Okay, I'll paste you in, but so this is the first vertical room. So now we can have a lot more fun with this one. So let's start by having maybe a little bit of a little walkway on top. How is that for width though? No. It's very dangerous to be that narrow, and if I want to have a little bit on it, maybe I'll do like at least 3 wide, like 3 full squares wide. So from our perspective, how important is blocking out a level when creating a new level? 100%, almost a must-have. Just outright make sure you block out a level. Because it will take you considerably longer to design a level and then realize, oh, it doesn't work, and then have to redo everything. Versus you do the block out, it plays fine, so everything works, you have enough room to do all your gameplay stuff. It seems fun. Well, then you swap out all your little props, your block out things, for things that actually will go there and make it actually pretty. But if it doesn't work with this block out, it ain't gonna work with whatever actual props you or whatever else you want to put in here. Right? If I put in like the proper, like let's say I made this grating. Okay? That's not gonna matter if it doesn't work, right? It needs to work gameplay wise first, and then whatever. I'm gonna make this like that. Start with a longer one, shorter one, and what I'm gonna actually do is have some kind of connection here. Is it something that's just going to be holding in place? And I'm also going to have some vertical connections. So yeah, if for example, right, this didn't work, it doesn't matter what you try to do, it's just not going to work in general. So always make sure that the block out, I'd say, is king. Because like, let's say I put in those poles, right? I'll play. Yeah, I don't see those poles until I come up here, right? And you need to know that. You need to know that you don't see those poles. So I put this on the ground. And now I do see those poles. Right? There they are. No, I didn't see it because it's just too dark, but it's there. So this also helps you figure out like what will work, will not work, depending on how things are kind of set up in your specific level. Now, in my case, I'm using basically masking with the camera based on the height information or the pivot basically of it. So when I put the pivot on top, well, it's too high up, and so it's like, nope, that's not gonna work, you know. But as soon as I just do this, change to the pivots at the bottom, now we're fine. So now we see the everything, and if I actually enable the room. Now, one thing I have to also consider now, right, is this is the room when it's unlocked. These pillars are still here. So, do I want to be able to, like, navigate and have to, like, traverse between them? That's the kind of something I have to figure out, right? If you were to just design this room and place the pillars in, maybe you'll later find out, oh, you know what? We don't want the pillars at all. So now you wasted time making the pillars, placing the pillars, or directing the pillars, whatever else, and then you realize, oh, we're just not going to have pillars. We're not going to do pillars. Maybe instead I'm going to have them, you know, hang from above. I could have it hanging from above. I'm going to leave it like this for now to see how it plays, but that's going to be an option. Another thing I want to do is have potentially a little bit of a block off here. Let's not fall out of the map. So now, obviously lighting ignored, but this is better. What I probably want to make sure is whatever I use here is using this material. Oh, I need to also turn on the camera masking. Nope, it fell. Okay, so now it's masking out. So assuming I have the light there properly, I should be able to see my character better. Some things I'll need to adjust still on it, but I need to make it so anything below just my character is solid no matter what. But you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay. Let's continue blocking this out. And in the end, I might not end up doing like exactly these shapes here, but it just needs to like show that okay, there is going to be something here. Maybe maybe a railing here. For block out? Yep, this is all for block out. It's actually like way too tall. Let's make this like something shorter, which I should be able to jump over. Yep. But yeah, that's a good height for a railing. And maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll put in some kind of sort of like railings up here as well. Maybe only on single edge. Maybe just like that. Question, what do you use for blockout? So these are the material that just came with Dungeon Architect, and I've just modified it to give myself the camera masking effect. So I made my own version. But effectively, this is it. If you ignore all of this down below, it's just basically a non-triplanar version of it. Yeah. And where you could set up the colors, the lerps between them, which is how you get this, right? Yeah, because it's really convenient because it sticks to the object, but when you scale it, right, it's not a triplanar effect. It just, and I'm keeping it snapping on 50. If I turn off snapping, right, then obviously, sorry, scaling on 0.5. I turned off scaling, then it wouldn't snap to values. But by keeping it snapping, I can keep it snapped onto the grid. And if I made it 2.25, then it'd be exactly like a corner. You'd be using super grid, pretty much the same thing. Yeah, there's a few versions of it, and they all kind of work similarly. So it's really good. You know what? I think I want to have a little underhang here. Now, I want to make sure that I don't have anything here specifically, because if I fall here, I want to make sure that there's nothing there. But I think here is fine. And then maybe this is where like some crates or stuff would happen, or some objects. Now the themes for this are still not set in stone. One thing I know for sure I want to do is a steampunk theme, because I just really like steampunk. So that's also why blocking out is great, because this is not theme dependent. There's just something here that gives a feeling of stuff. What is it? It doesn't matter. There's just stuff here. If this was a forest, you could put something here. If this was, you know, something else, you could put something here. It doesn't matter. You can figure something out. Okay. How's this feel? Yeah. The camera adjusted. Much better. Yeah, it feels like a... Despite this being... why does it start so dark? Because I have the auto exposure still turned on. And so then it re-exposes to the light levels and, you know, corrects itself. If I turn off the auto exposure, it'll be fine. But it's currently on. Yeah, this like feels like a lot nicer. And then come up here, which now this area seems good in terms of width. I can still come up here, come down. So despite us having like this area like being quite large, right now it feels like a lot smaller, despite these rooms now being considerably bigger. So this is really nice. I'm thinking of having some kind of large contraption here. And then, you know, something small. Actually, I'd love to be able to jump on top. So let's do can we make it so I can jump on top of it? If I did something like this. If I'm better. Yeah, I can jump on top. Okay. Thank you so much for the 10 bits. You just wanted to drop them, or you just really liked the block out there? I appreciate it nevertheless. So don't feel like you have to. I appreciate it, but don't feel like you have to. Just wanted to get a round number on your bits. The block out is mid. I mean, hey, truth hurts, but it is the truth, so I appreciate you being honest. Oh.
Ads are here.
Ads time.
Pausing for ads.
You can actually walk on that beam, which is actually an interesting thought. Yeah, let me turn on the lights. I use Amazon Echo to control my lights, and every time I turn it on, I'm thinking, should I not mute myself and turn on everybody's lights? But I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna be that big of a jerk. But I am tempted, always. Also, like, it wasn't until too long ago that I was always wearing headphones. I was using these like for many years, just, and then finally I bought a soundbar, and then I understood how people troll their viewers and set off their Amazon Echoes occasionally. Because I had it go off like once or twice because of a streamer or a YouTube video that was just like saying it. I'm like, no, stop it. So it's like, now it's more convenient because I have a sound bar, but god damn it, that's scary. No, I don't I can't buy anything from my Echo. It won't auto purchase because I don't do that. I didn't set that up. So really the worst it can, it can do is like play Despacito. That's really what anyone's ever done with it. People get dogs like this. I mean, yeah, if you like if it detected like TTS or something. The thing is, I can just mute my mic. Like if it starts talking, I'll just mute my mic, right? It's not like the end of the world. Or I can start, muting it itself. Like I can press the mute button while I stream. I have full control over it. So yeah, ads have been done. One thing I should probably also do is just set up just to change the lighting a bit. Let's change the size of it so it's no longer like absolutely the entire area, and let's just modify this a bit, at least for now. I'm so looking forward to, by the way, 2000. I'm looking forward to when we can bake level instances, because this is currently designed with level instances and you can't bake them right now. So once we can bake level instances, it's gonna be real good. Yeah, this is good. Oh, failed there. Yeah, walking on this probably would be easier on a controller. Although, actually, no. Oh, nope. Come on, I want to... One, two... Nope. Maybe I will make him wider. Once upon a time, a jerk streamer decided to call and prank a pizza place. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people that do that, unfortunately. The girl on the phone must have had his number saved. So she said out loud his address. Instacart gun. I mean, if you call to order pizza, you need to give an address, I assume. And if you call to order actual pizza and the phone is recorded, they usually have your information to make it easier on yourself. So yeah. Also, how did he manage to get doxxed? Like, I guess he was on loudspeaker because it's a prank guy, so he wants to record it. How did he not immediately, like, mute himself, though? Like, I feel like at that point, you should be ready to, like, ready for that kind of stuff. But I guess not. This one's... I guess I can just make this one a little bit wider and just keep it on a wide. Yeah, at least this is better now. Man, that's you know how these little boxes just help make this place feel so much better. Just by itself. I'm curious, with just these two rooms, can we spot them? Probably not. Oh! Yes, we can! How convenient! Also, immediately, doesn't that add so much in depth? Right? That adds so much in depth. She was like, is this your address? And said it. I mean, yeah. For her, yeah. That's what I would do, too. You gotta confirm the address, even like if you didn't want to. Ooh, the floating pillars. Okay, I'd need to modify the floating pillars. So, the floating pillars I don't like. But what we can do is... maybe just have it be like this. I think the main problem with them is the fact that they just don't have a base. It should be a little better. Again, I might change it to like rope and hang it from the ceiling. It'd still have the same effect where it's like hanging from nothing. But if it's hanging from the ceiling, you can add like a gradient like alpha mask, where basically it fades out, so it's gonna look like it won't be as sharp when it's onto the ground, especially in something like this. Right, you have that problem. Okay, let's come here. Okay, so what do we want to do with this? I really should use this room a lot better. So let's do... let's make like a little platform here. And maybe like a little walkway on either side to get to it. It's a little bit better. And give it a little more interest there. And what if we had a gap here? Here? Let's put in the props first. And then go from there. The other thing, by the way, you should do before you start putting in your another reason to not do like assets right away is you don't know what you're gonna see, and that's important. Knowing what you're gonna see means you need to focus in certain areas and don't need to focus in other areas. Now, in this case, I can rotate this entire map. Could be in this direction, this direction, this direction, right? It could be in any direction. But even still, when I have something like this, right, you're never going to see how those two are connected, for example. So maybe this asset will always have this side hidden or hardly visible because of the angles. It's always going to be at an angle. So maybe I don't focus on that part too much in terms of like the design. So, things to consider. I don't want to make another like corner shape. Could do to make it a little bit different is have maybe something like this where it sticks out. Have a little bit of a hidey hole. And here's what the walls will be. Well, it'll depend on the theme, right? So if it's like steampunk, tubes, columns, lots of pipes, gears, things of that nature. Getting little walls, releasing vapor going up and down will look good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's going to be some kind of, the hope is to have some kind of like visual as, you know, they move. And like, I want like a nice, like when the walls like come up, right? When they come up, I want like originally when like assuming they're here, right, and they come up, like I want like boom, like thud. Oh yeah, I forgot the theme will be dynamic. You're good. I mean, hey. Yeah, the plan is to have a dynamic theme. The rooms might be reused, but yeah, we definitely want a dynamic theme. Yeah, something a little taller here. Let's actually, because this area is quite wide, let's have some stuff in the middle. To maybe block the way. I'm just thinking maybe they'll be a bit longer. And, you know, depending on what they are, they could either be like power generators or something else, right? Just exist here. And I believe I should be able to still jump on them. They're three, not quite. Can't quite jump on them. I think if they were too tall, I might be able to. I can make it so I can jump on them. by adding some extra stuff around. But let's not go too far with that. I don't want to add a railing, but only to one side. And not even all the way. So when I'm actually designing the thing, whatever railing I'm going to be using is just going to be broken. And this side will have 2, but this one will be shorter. Yeah, Collider, thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you have a good night's rest. Get some good sleep. Have a good one. I'm gonna squish these over, kind of center them a little better. There we go. I kind of like the idea of having the middle here actually filled up with stuff and having it more of a run around versus stay in the middle type scenario. So whatever's going to be in the middle here is going to be kind of blocking the way. Now, theoretically, you could jump around this still, but I think I want to have it where you don't actually come here into the middle. Okay, and then I'll put a few of these on the outskirts still. Just dabbled around, but I want a big pile in the middle. Okay. I think that's gonna feel a whole lot better. Yeah, already that feels like we now have like actually something going on this level. Yeah, that's a nice area to still move around in. If I wanted to, I could like raise it probably a little bit. But I think it's fine right now. What else I could do is I can go in and eventually and like actually make parts of this entirely gone. So if you might run like need to run around it, what I'm talking about is something like that, right? When you have to keep to one side or something. I keep it all the same for the block out, but it's stuff that can be done through just variation. And the hope is none of these assets, whatever I'm placing here, will be manually like placed where it's always the same one. I want it to be randomized. Pretty much always randomized to some degree. So it'll probably be a lot of PCG, a lot of different setups to make it so we can have a nice uniform setup, but one that isn't required to be like manually completely all the same room all the time. If each one is a little bit different, I think that would be awesome. So I'm going to do here is basically we're going to extend the lava area, I think, by adding a few areas, I think. I wouldn't want it here. Do we just have like two like this? He spawned on the fire. There he goes. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, that's wide enough to not like feel like you have to go there. And if you want to, you could just dash across between these. Yep, I think that's fine. Let's go with that. The only thing is, right, they're lined up with this, but not with this. Do I want to? I think that's fine. That's why the game is so easy nowadays, because I can just dash across and avoid the damage. Is that what you're saying? Are you calling my game easy? Don't make me add the Dark Souls mode. No, I think that'd be fun. No, because Moth's fun taking damage already. Look, look, look. All I have to do to fix that is just... There we go. All fixed. Bam! Easy as that. Good. Yeah, we haven't gone to the point where we're reintroducing the enemies still. Right, once we do that, obviously it will help tremendously. You know what? I kind of want to have more of these. No, see, like, it doesn't... If we had some, they would need to be, like... like this. Because just logically, it doesn't make sense for them to block the pathways, right? Whoever designed this place wouldn't want them to be blocking the pathways. So we could do this. Which gives a lot of places to like maneuver around. And now we can just go in between these. If we're careful. Thanks to this guy. Can we jump on this one? No, let's make it so we can jump on this one. There you go. Excellent. I kind of like that. Gives a little bit of movement around. I do enjoy this part. Because this is like where you can be kind of a little more creative. And figure out like how do you want the game to feel and look. Like how much density do you want with everything. The other thing that I actually like is as we're adding these, it's hiding the walls a lot, which is adding like them going down below these and moving away, which is actually adding to the depth even more. So once I add this one in, I'm going to check it out one more time, make sure it all looks good. Okay, do we want to add a railing? I think I want to add a railings to these. I want a railing on this one. A little bit of a railing on this one and on this side as well. Kind of broken railings. Middle one's not gonna have anything. Okay. I think a nice more open area here. Kind of waste. Ooh, where are you? There you are. I don't have the vision behind these yet turned on. Okay, I think this is good. Let's go ahead and modify the lighting. Just to not have the one massive one. Oh, this is the bigger room, so let's do... Can I just... that.
Ads are here.
Okay.
Pausing for ads.
Oh, that's time. Sweet. This is a whole lot more. This was just the L-shaped room. And now it's a whole lot more interesting. You're so focused on that, you bet you haven't seen the time. It's true. I have not looked at the time. But the time's still fine. I'll be wrapping up in a moment, though. Probably. After this one, then. But, yeah, I did not look at the time. And I didn't look at the time because the room surprisingly did not get as hot today as it did yesterday. What's the temperature outside right now? It was hotter. It is hotter outside right now than it was yesterday. But surprisingly, it didn't get as hot today inside of here as it did yesterday. So don't sag me. It's a good thing. I know you're not happy that I'm not miserable, but you could at least pretend. Okay, let's check out a few generations, see if we can spot these. You're always happy when I am live. Yeah, see, now that I know that XDD is a troll emote, I feel like you're laughing at me when you do that. As in, it's a sarcasm. Also, dear God, the performance right now. Oof, what am I loading that is doing that? Oh yeah. Okay, so there's that. Oh, there's one of the rooms that we decorated. Thankfully, yeah, look, oh, yeah, so right there, so that room right there, right? We just see it, we see that one, which is actually the same one up there. But just seeing the extra depth on that now, yeah, I think it's doing a lot. Yeah, it's becoming a whole lot more interesting. Sweet. And maneuvering it is a lot more interesting. Sweet. Can we get just another view real quick? Yeah, we're... Here's the other one room that we did just now. Nice. Yeah, the performance, your God right now. Oh, right there. That's the view. Oh, right there. That's the view. You wonder if the walls moving up and down while you move is a good call. It kind of felt disoriented for a bit, at least. For a bit at that test. Once the what's it called? Once we have all the props in, it'll be easier to tell. It can also be they're just moving too much. It could be that we change how that is. We might have it. Yeah, that's what. So right now, we're loading in a lot of stuff. And that is one of my concerns. Absolutely. Because we're loading in... And I want to figure out if there is a way of me getting this functionality for the walls that isn't as expensive. Because I assume it's very expensive, what I'm doing. So I'm not like... Yeah, this is totally, performance. No. I know it has a big cost to it. If I'm here, I'm fine, right? It's smooth. Here, I'm not. So something that gets loaded here by distance. So the dungeon architect guy is after I mentioned it, is going to be developing a camera based loading algorithm, because when I come here, something gets loaded and it chugs my frame rate, but I don't see it. So he'll be changing it to a camera based thing, so it will load less stuff in general, which will greatly improve performance once that's implemented. So I'm not going to be until that happens, I'm not going to be too concerned with the performance, because it's going to be entirely up in the air. So yeah, once it is set up, then it will. The transparent wall could be only one big hitbox. Does it need to be a section like that walls? Oh, you're talking about these moving up and down. Could be one big wall. Yeah, I could have it could just be less pieces. I think I'd still want it to be sectioned, because I just like the effect. But maybe the sections are just bigger. I can do half of the sections, for example. I don't think I'd want it to be one big one, but we'll see. Maybe. You know, there's what I want and then what is possible in terms of performance. For now, I'm focusing on what I want. And once other things come in that say, okay, yeah, we won't be able to do this in the long term for performance sake, then I can make the adjustments. But for now, during this phase, it's just going to be... Am I still using double walls? That transparent wall? Oh, you're talking about the invisible wall? The invisible wall does not move up and down. This wall that stops me from going and doesn't stop me here does not move up and down anymore. It just stays. Oh, you're talking about... Yeah, so that one is... It could improve the performance a little bit. But yeah, right now it is separate pieces, but it doesn't move. It just gets set to be collision enabled versus collision not enabled. So, yeah. There's places to improve performance for sure. Also, this is the wrong thing. So, but we'll come to that point when we do. And also, turn on camera masking. Yeah, I can see through it. It's not great. It does need work. But for now, it's better than nothing. For now, it's better than nothing. I did, yeah. Yeah, right now, the frame rate's not good. But again, I'm loading tons of extra stuff. The main things that are bad, what is it? Nothing's that high. The game thread is a 10. Oh, the draw call isn't accurately displaying. Neither is the arch-eye, to be fair. Why are they not properly displaying? Oh, the game now is showing 10 or 11. Yeah, the game's not that high. It's the draw call and the arch-eye. They're not showing for some reason properly. Is it because I have this open? Oh, there we go. Okay, and now the frame rate, like, no, so we're at like 58. We're almost at 60, which isn't great considering we have don't have much going on. But I'm also streaming and doing other things, but I also have a 4080. So, you know, right, like plus and minus here. Definitely some stuff we're gonna need to adjust. I think what would bother you before was the wall just going up and down super fast. Yeah, that no longer happens. Well, this happens, but that's when I move in front of it to like get vision. I need to change like how wide of an area that is. Like that needs to be tweaked. But the whole like spazzing up and down no longer happens, which is good. We fixed that. No. Okay. But I think for now, it's on a good, you know, it's in good direction. That no longer happens, proceeds to happen. I didn't see it happen. I think we're thinking about different things because the thing that was happening still hasn't happened. Even, yeah. If you're talking about this as a move, that's intentional. This is intentional. But it no longer spazzes like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down as they stand still. That's what was happening before. And that was fixed. But yeah, I need to basically change it so it's a wider area here. And probably a longer depth. The problem is, by increasing the depth, we'll also hide these walls. And I wish I need to figure out a way of not hiding these walls as I'm next to them. So for now, it's fine. One thing at a time. We got lots still to you know, to do. Why do I still have but yeah, and we figured out the PCG stuff, so video for that coming this Sunday. I'll look out for that. And tomorrow Saturday, so no stream tomorrow. I'll be back Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific for Noita, where it is basically a shooter, so you kind of get what you wanted. And I am bad at it, so you lots of death. It also has Twitch integration, and if I figure out how to set it up, there will be Twitch integration where you guys can spawn things or give me helpful things, which you probably won't. You'll probably kill me every single time, but I'll probably set that up. So look forward to that. Okay, guys, thanks so much for joining me today. Hope you have a good rest of your night, and see you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.